Hello students, welcome in my channel. So as we have started the atomic structure and we are going to continue with that. Today we are going to continue the lecture number 3 of the atomic structure, and in this today's lecture we are going to understand a very important topic of the atomic structures, and that is the related to the atomic numbers and mass numbers. Okay, so students, what is the atomic numbers and mass numbers? So in today's topic we are going to discuss atomic number and another one topic we are going to discuss, that is the mass number. So these two topics we are going to discuss in today's lecture. What is the atomic number? So as in the last lecture you understand, protons, neutrons and electrons are the basic fundamental particles of an atom. Now what is the atomic number? It is represented by capital letter Z, while the mass number is represented by capital letter A. So these things you have to keep in your mind. Now the number of protons, keep in your mind number of protons. So once again I'm going to draw a small diagram here, and this is the nucleus, and protons is there, neutrons is there, electrons are revolving around the atoms. This theory you know that now, correct? So number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. So number of protons, keep in your mind number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. Okay, so number of protons, keep in your mind protons number which is present in a nucleus of an atoms of any elements is called as the atomic number. So the simple definitions of the atomic number is what? Number of protons which is present in the nucleus of an atoms of an element is known as the atomic number, and it is represented by the capital letter Z. So atomic number is the number of protons, keep in your mind number of protons, correct, which is present in the nucleus of that particular atom. So this is the very important part. So as we have discussed the atomic number of protons, so in the previous lecture I told you number of protons is equal to number of electrons, correct, number of protons is equal to number of electrons. These points already I highlighted you, so the same points is now useful here. So as the number of protons present in the atom is the atomic number, so the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons also, correct? So how this theory helps to us to understand the concept? Let us see one example. Suppose I am telling the I will take the examples of oxygen. So oxygen atomic number is 8 and mass number is 16, correct? So 8 is the atomic number, so this is the Z, so that is the atomic number. Okay, so atomic number is the number of protons, so we can write in the oxygen, in the oxygen in the oxygen atom. So in the oxygen atom, atomic number of oxygen is 8. So 8 is what? So it is a number of protons. So how many number of protons is there? Proton is positive charge, so there is the 8. So at the same times I can write number of electrons is equal to, electrons is negative charge particles, that's why I am writing negative. And how many numbers of electrons will be there, student? Again 8, correct? So as the number of protons is equal to number of electrons, so this thing is very important. Now in the same topic we are going to understand what is the mass number. What is the mass number? See, mass number is very important. Again, the sum of number of protons, so mass number is represented by capital A, just now I told you. So sum of the number of protons, sum of the number of protons and the number of neutrons, understand? So number of protons and number of neutrons both are present in the nucleus of an atom, clear? Both are present in the nucleus of an atom, so this number it is known as the mass number. So see once again, sum of number of protons and number of neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom of an element is known as the mass number. So this number, so protons and neutrons number combined together is known as the mass number, and it is represented by the symbol capital A. Capital A. So number of protons plus number of neutrons. Keep in your mind. Now, if you are going to see this element oxygen, so 16 is the mass number of the oxygen. So this is the A. Understand? Now, uh, 8 is the atomic number and 16 is the mass number of the oxygen. So this is very important, students, and by this theory we can easily find out the number of neutrons in the atoms. So I will show you how to find the number of neutrons. How to find number of neutrons? So this is again very important, as you know that now. How to find the number of neutrons? Number of neutrons means what? Neutrons are present in the nucleus of an atom. Understand? So how to find? So as we know that A is equal to what, students? A means what? Just now we have discussed, it is a mass number. So mass number is equal to what? Number of protons plus number of neutrons. If you are writing capital N also, no problems. Okay, so number of protons plus number of neutrons. Now I want to find out N. How to find? A minus P. So P is what? Again very important. So this theory is very useful theory to understand. P is number of protons. Correct? So P is the number of protons, and if the number of protons is there, if you are going to count the number of protons, if you are going to count, what is that actually? That is the atomic number. So we can use instead of P as a Z also, because Z is the atomic number. And what is atomic number? Number of protons. Understand? So what is the number of neutrons? How to find number of neutrons now? N is equal to A minus Z. So this is the formula. By this formula you can find out the number of neutrons which are present in any atom. Understand? So this is very important theory, students. Concentrate here. We are going to take one examples also, so that you will be understand on this particular part. So let us see one examples. For examples, find examples now. Find the number of neutrons. Find the number of neutrons. Number of neutrons in sodium atom. In sodium atom. Now this is very easy examples, but you have to concentrate here very properly, so that you will be understand. Now see, sodium atomic number, you know that 11, mass number is 23. These things you must know. Okay, so what is the value of A here? A is equal to 23. And what is the value of Z? Z means atomic number 11. Understand? So these things you must know, because already I taught you. This is the Z and this is the A. Correct? So this is the atomic number. As you know that atomic number is the number of protons. Correct? So now we have to find out the number of neutrons. So what is the formula of number of neutrons? N is equal to A minus Z. Correct? So A is 23 and Z is equal to 11. So 23 minus 11, so is equal to 12. So how many numbers of neutrons is there in the sodium atom? So number of neutrons in the sodium atom is equal to 12. Understand? So in this way you can find very properly and very carefully and very accurately about the number of neutrons in any kind of atoms. So this is very important. So in this way you can solve any type of problems. And one more important points I want to highlight you. So keep in your mind, students, what is the atomic number, what is the mass number. So once again I am going to tell you, if regarding any elements is given to you and it is represented by, suppose x is there, x is the representation for any elements, and how to represent this atomic number and the mass number, that I will show you the representation. And Z is at the bottom and A is at the top. So this indicates that this is your atomic number of that particular elements, and this is the mass number of that elements. Understand now? सो x इज एनी एलिमेंट्स लो, इसलिए मैंने आपको ये दिया है, अंडरस्टैंड. सो you have to keep your minds. Let us see example. Let us see another one example. Suppose I am going to give the potassium. Okay, so potassium is going here. So potassium atomic number is 19 and mass number is the 40. Okay, so mass number is 39. Okay, so mass number is the potassium 39. So this is what, this is your Z and this is what, this is your A. Understand now? So you can represent in this way. So that is the symbolical representation of the atomic number and mass number. So what is the symbolic representation? Symbolic representation is this one. Clear? So any elements you can symbolically represent it in this way, and the elements is going to give in the exams. So you can easily identify what is the atomic number and the mass number of that particular element. So this is the points, students, very important, very useful points, and many of the times in the exams you have to face the questions on this particular point. So how to find the number of neutrons, that important formula I told you, n is equal to a minus z. Utilize that formula to find the number of neutrons, and 2-3 points we are discussed very in a particular way. That points also you have to keep in your mind. Number of protons is equal to always number of electrons in the atoms. That is the atomic number represented by the Z. Mass number is the number of protons plus number of neutrons which are present in an atom, correct? And finally the number of neutrons. Already we are solve the problems based on this, and how this particular topic is represented, atomic numbers or the mass number on particular any elements. So that is the symbolically representations also given to you here. So you have to utilize these symbols for your problems. So this is the part of the atomic number and mass number. So I hope you understand these points. So share the videos, utilize the videos for your friends also, so they will be get the benefits from my lectures, and we will be see in the next part in another lectures. So that thank you all of you.